Okay.
That's not
I'm
good.
keeping my wits about me.
Jock is not happy.
I've still got my sword, so everything's fine.
Yeah.
Nope, nothing is fine. Nothing is okay at this moment.
Yeah. So you're being dragged. Oh man. So you're being taken downstairs. You're not being dragged, but he's like, but Jara is very serious, and Andrew's like they're both leading, and Ali, the guard who is named Ali, is following behind you guys, and
Please help.
Mouse is
So they
uncomfortable
take me
with the
downstairs.
serious atmosphere.
Andrew goes ahead and he opens up this door, and you go in, and it's this very not messy. There's definitely a method to the madness, but the room is covered in papers. It's a oh god, what
Is
the
this
fuck
like
is the word?
Cole's storage space in True Detective Season 1? Because that's the image in my head right now.
I was thinking more of like a strategy room, but I like that more.
Okay.
And Jara kind of pulls out a couple of papers, and he looks at you guys, and he's like, I don't know what you know, but
I don't know what you know, but I am not pleased.
I know about birds.
Look, I don't know much. I know that
I may not know much.
in this cult, I know he's supposed to be dead, but that doesn't seem to stop some people.
Death stops no one.
Okay. Snurkle and Lotney, roll me a history.
Alright, hang on, let me get out my online dice roller because I'm not at my desk anymore.
Oh, I guess
I got an 11.
blocks. Okay. What do you get?
I got a 2, but I get a +5, so 7.
Okay, so
But knowing you, it's not going to be good enough.
yeah, Alamore is not.
I can use a point of inspiration and roll again.
If this is where you want to use your inspiration today, go for it.
You can literally just get someone to explain the history to you.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, somebody explain.
So,
I wasn't paying attention in this part of class.
okay, so Andrew kind of scoffs when you and Mouse kind of give him blank stares, and he's like,
Is an 11 not good enough?
you would
Sir,
recognize the name for sure, but you could not place like how.
there
you
is
know
no
the
need
name.
to be fucking rude.
And Andrew just like crosses his arms, and he's like, Alamore, the brother of the queen.
Oh yeah, right, that's right.
We have a queen?
Look, between you and me, work has really taken it out of me this year.
I've been on the high seas for a while. I've lost so much brain power. 1 second.
We're just gonna hear it in the recording
And
anyway.
Jara kind of like casts Andrew a look again, and he turns to Temperance, and he's like, we have reason to believe that Alamore is still alive. And
Or perhaps he was brought back to life. I hear there's something about immortality.
Guessing that's a bad thing from your expressions?
I have been investigating this for a number of months. I still
be
don't
honest-
have the whole picture.
No one should have immortality at their disposal.
No, why would you want to live forever? That would suck.
Andrew
Some people see
True
it as
immortality can only be found through death.
fucking Temperance laying down. Like, okay, Jacques whips out a small drum and like kind of like.
Oh my god.
Mouse snaps.
Oh my god. So, okay. So,
Fine, kids.
Jara points to the map of Onder. That's probably the nicest hand-drawn map you've ever seen of the area.
I immediately stab it with a dagger. Not for reals.
Respect the cartography.
Honestly.
That's the nicest hand-drawn map I've ever seen.
We're not sure how God damn it.
Take your time.
We're not sure how
Use your words.
accurate these rumors of Alamore's return are.
And why are you talking to me about it if they're just rumors?
Because this cult that we're investigating, and he pulls out a piece of paper with two two V's, one inversed and both laying on top of each other, and where the diamond forms in this inverted in this inverted shape is a white skull.
Cool.
And
Never a good sign.
Temperance would recognize this as the signal of the sign of this cult, and he goes, but whomever
Wields this sword.
founded this cult is using Alamore as the inspiration. We're not sure quite yet about this, but we do have reason to believe that there might be some validity behind it.
Okay.
You said you were attacked by cultists yesterday.
Indeed.
Not only
Or
that, but
now-
I believe I recognize one of their members.
Might you know his description?
Tiefling.
Oh.
Name. Oppress, I believe. I have a score to settle. Sort of casting my eyes down.
Andrew looks at Jara and he goes, is that name familiar to you, Master? And Jara slowly shakes his head and he's like, I have no information on him, but there have been recruiters in the area. We had to deal with a small band not even a month ago. They're becoming reckless. And Andrew goes, well, what should we do? We brought back that body yesterday, but we haven't done anything. If there's a cult problem, then we should be dealing with it. And not now, Andrew, not now.
Mouse looks at him. So basically, these cultists are causing basically giving people hell.
Jara laughs. You could say that.
Alright.
We have reason to believe they're very dangerous. They have been causing nothing but trouble in our kingdom for too long, honestly.
Let's take them down.
Are you interested in helping?
Yeah, any way I can.
I have my own reasons to help, but I would be glad to offer any assistance in eradicating these people.
Andrew gives you a look, but Jara, for the most part, nods, and he's like, we all have our reasons, but we would love to have you.
I'm
Help us
struggling
with
to
this.
maintain a facade of calmness right now.
Oh.
Jacques just seems irked by this whole conversation.
Mouse is staring with this intense, determined kind of look.
At which one? In general?
And I guess to the one she was talking to.
Jara?
Yeah.
Holy shit, Stephanie, there are fireworks.
Right? It's bizarre. I'm not sure why.
I'm gonna Google it. So many tabs open right now, kids.
Okay, so there are okay. So in terms of stuff that you see on the table, there are the name Alamore is written, but then there's also like a Heinley and certain areas of the map are circled, and there is
Can we have this map?
It's Children's Week.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh.
But it's 10 o'clock at night. Why are they throwing celebrations
looking
of
for
Children's
it.
Week?
Children can't.
What file?
Children are asleep.
So basically, things you can ask now. In the what to ask pop-up of your text bar, you can ask questions about the cult itself, about the names, and about what business they would have out here.
All right, I know what I want to ask.
Can I have
What do you wanna ask?
Can I have this map?
Andrew scoffs.
This is a really nice map. I want this map.
You should go pick blueberries, Steffi.
Oh my god, let's.
There's a blueberry you pick on Mikasuki Road.
Mikasuki?
Yeah.
When is it?
April 1st to May 14th, every Saturday?
I'm busy tomorrow, but we could do it.
Oh!
I have a violin recital I have to go to.
It's
and
$6
an opera.
a pound.
Oh shit. That's a lot of blueberries.
I know. It's free to
Why
the
were there
public to go.
fireworks?
I
Tell me
don't
why
know.
there
I
were
couldn't find it.
fireworks.
I couldn't find out why.
So, okay. So you guys can ask about...
I'm going tomorrow. Fuck
Did
you.
they answer me? Can I have the map?
Andrew just, like, scoffed at you, and he's like, you can't be serious. And Chara's like, I'm afraid we need it. It's
You got-
property of the Queens.
You got a copy?
I'm
No.
sure we can find a cartographer somewhere around here.
Those are expensive.
Oh my god. Anyways.
That has never stopped you before, it seems. I say with like I sort of whisper like low key.
Oh! Get fucking wrecked, spoons!
It's not spoons, it's mouse.
Mouse.
Your mouse, my fucking bad. My fucking
I
bad.
have so many children. Yeah, but then I think in my head, I don't say it out loud, but I think,
Yeah, but they're staring right at me. I don't think I could really get away with it.
Nope. I would not take on these fools.
no.
Basically, so it's now the three of you and the three of them, and you're in this tight room, and there's papers everywhere, and there's this huge map, and they're asking you questions, mostly trying to figure out what you know. Specifically you, Temperance, especially since, like, you didn't fill in your compatriots with background information on this. So this is basically when your NPCs are quiet, or like when your party members in some sort of party leader with party members ask video game in which you're asking and answering all the questions, and your NPC friends are silent. So you get the options to ask about
My god, it's a 32-mile drive.
Mm-hmm. So
You get the option to ask about the cult the cult itself, their business, or the people in the cult.
who do you know who is pulling the strings in the cult?
Jara frowns and shakes his head, and he says, "Of that, we're not as sure as we'd like to be." Unfortunately, all of our sources wish to say that it is Alamore, but as we know, that is impossible. The man died in war. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
This is the prince of your this is the prince of your country.
No gods, no masters.
You must forgive my chance acquaintance. Obviously, this is a serious matter. As I mentioned, I do know that this is some kind of mortality cult, so it is possible that he was... I don't know how the divine or demonic magic of resurrection works. I am but a simple monk, but perhaps he was resurrected and this is all part of some immortality cult.
Jara is nodding. But
There are a
Andrew-
few other names I know, which I can look up once I put up the sheet that tells me.
So
Out of character, there was someone called Vaney or something.
mhm.
Were they inside the cult, or
That was
someone who
somebody
knows about it?
that was somebody who's related to a cult member. But
Okay, I'm
outside
not
of-
gonna rat them out if they're not in the cult directly.
Snitches
So I know-
get stitches.
They wind up in ditches.
Yeah.
I didn't know that's how
Gotta
that fucking
say.
part went. Jeezies.
You gotta,
Mm.
Hey,
you gotta know these
Rebel,
things.
I'm gonna buy something with your account.
Okay,
I'm gonna pay for it myself.
I hope so.
Of course.
Yeah, I really only know Alamore and Oppress. So I
Okay.
just say that.
Well, there is another that we know of. A former half-orc general by the name of Heinley, or that's not his name. What is his name?
Heineken.
He used to become a half-orc, if I may ask.
What?
Oh, never mind. I forgot your password.
True friendship. This is Temperance's version of a joke. Don't you love it?
He's trying his best.
I guess it's Henny. But it's basically this half-orc strategist, former, not from Onder, but he has popped up near this area. He most likely came from the Eldine Reaches and went over to Onder. And the Eldine Reaches is the country that's to the west of Onder. But during the... That's not my name.
You don't get that reference?
No.
Okay, I got you.
So, what Chara is trying to explain is that Henny is who they believe to be the mastermind behind this cult.
How do you spell that name?
Heni.
So like Henna. Okay.
Yeah. But basically trying to explain that he's dangerous, but during the Great War that all of you would know because that happened literally 5 years ago. Jara himself injured the half-orc. So the threat behind him comes more from his military prowess rather than his strength at this point. But they also have not been able to find him, and that's why he and his apprentice Andrew have been out here for the past few weeks now, in the name of the Queen and in the name of the Royal Court of Fairhaven. And Ali is the captain of the guard and very invested in helping. And it's Ali who goes, I believe the body of the archer that you took down yesterday could be made available to you all, if that is something you are interested in seeing.
Basically, hey kids, you want to see a dead body?
Perhaps.
Hey kids. I'm pretty sure it's...
Because the answer is yes.
Is that the mutual
Yeah.
consensus? Would Jacques be okay with seeing a dead body?
Hang on, sorry, I was watching that video. What did you say?
Holy fuck.
God damn it! Get your head in the game.
Look, I have severe ADHD. I don't know what you want from me.
Focus.
Okay. That's not it.
No?
Nope.
Well, you're about to learn all my passwords then.
Promise I won't use them, Jeffrey. Just watch the video I fucking linked.
No. I'm playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons.
What was the number? 2. That one worked.
Okay.
Okay. Wow, you have a lot of different addresses.
Yep. Okay, so Ali offers to take you guys to see the body of the archer that Jacques killed.
I hate that I can't use my PayPal.
I hate that you're not paying attention.
Okay,
I go with
okay.
him. I want to check on the body.
I go. Because I want to see a dead body.
Okay. So, Jara and Andrew stay behind, but Ali takes you to a little further. So you're still in the lower level of this barracks complex, and it's definitely expansive. This isn't as big as you thought it was going to be. And I mean, to be fair, your impression of this establishment really wasn't... You didn't particularly put that much effort into looking at it, but even just from standing in the courtyard, you couldn't begin to understand how expansive this barracks is, which is weird.
There's a lot of soldiers here.
Which is weird, exactly. There are a lot of soldiers here, and there shouldn't be, because as far as the three of you know, the war that you guys were just in has been over.
Right?
For years, right?
Right.
Is it kind of a ghost town or is it bustling?
Down here, it's quiet enough, but there still was an influx of soldiers up. I mean, you didn't put that much energy into it, but the size of the building itself kind of suggests that it could house more people.
I still want to go. There was a go. He did. I wasn't supposed to see.
Same.
Oh no! Was it audio on?
Always!
Uh-huh.
You know that we can hear your shit.
No!
Jeffrey. Okay, so I'm curious. I'm not going to mention anything, but
Okay.
it's weird for this small town to have such a large, military presence. I would be noting to myself.
Definitely weird. That's definitely something well, maybe not Mouse, because I don't know how Mouse cares about anything.
Does not really care. If they're a good military and they're nice.
You need to stop playing neutral characters. I swear to God.
No. I mean, I have an idea for an evil one, but no.
Oh my God, no! Please don't play any evil characters. I swear to God, Snarkle.
You just kill everyone randomly.
Yeah,
Like,
I know, isn't it wonderful? So don't give me shit about neutrals. Anyway, so if they're
I have so much planned, and then no. Excuse me. Anyway.
like if they're a good military, then she's okay. If they're a bad military, then she's gonna probably kill someone.
And you definitely trust the military of the Queen.
Not necessarily. I'll trust them as long as they protect people and are good.
Well, you get from Jara and Andrew. Well, you get from Jara at least that he's like really good and cares and like
in that case
trusts you guys.
In that case, she's cool with it.
Yeah. Andrew's just a
prick.
Sourpuss.
Andrew needs to fight me.
Andrew would fight
That
you.
can be arranged.
Oh, my good boy. I swear they're good boys. But anyways, so,
Oh my God, Lox, it's already April 1st for you.
Holy shit.
I know.
Oh no,
Holy
Lox. Jeffrey.
I'm a fool.
Jeffrey. It's a California king bed. I promise we won't touch Jeffrey.
Lox's April Fool's joke was going to bed too late.
Yeah.
Cool.
True.
Anyways. So, he takes you to kind of like the coroner's wing, and it's in my mind's eye, it's a very sophisticated lab-esque room with alchemist potions and chemistry and like really fancy shit. There's glass vials filled with stuff that you don't recognize, but for the most part, everything seems to be focused on trying to understand this one particular body, and you see the body of a nude woman has been put out. Like for you guys, two people are preparing it for you for your viewing, kind of thing.
I poke it.
My via Jeffrey.
I poke it.
And so,
Would like to not poke it.
Poke it.
Okay, it's a cold, dead body, and Ollie kind of gives you a look, and he's like, "Do you poke everything you see?"
Yes.
If I feel like it. I stare him dead in the eye and poke it.
Roll me some good, sweet perception checks.
Alright.
All right, Mom.
All of us.
Oh, baby! 19.
Anyone who wants to check out the
Triple.
body?
I finally rolled good perception. Oh wait, that's plus
Baby.
2, so 21.
Triple.
I rolled a 14 in total.
16.
Okay, so Snarkle.
Yes.
So what you have before you is a nude woman, hair improperly cut. It could have been a bob, but it also could have been a bowl cut. You're not quite sure what was going on there. But for the most part, she's nude. Definitely malnourished. This is something that you would be familiar with from your times on the streets.
Yes.
The kids that basically died of malnutrition, for the most part, like there are very familiar signs of that. You can see her ribs, her hip bones are a little too protruding.
Aww.
She's got great muscle definition in her arms, but that's obviously just because of the fact that being an archer, that's the only place that she's kind of been able to maintain any semblance of strength.
Was she was she the cult member? Do we know this?
What?
Was she the cult member or something?
Yes.
Oh, in that case, I don't show any sympathy. You should have learned to steal, fool!
So, another thing you would notice specifically as well is that on her face, like, it's kind of healed, but there's a very obvious thief brand on her face. Like,
wait,
on her.
What I know thieves can't?
You do know thieves can't.
I know thieves can't. What does it say?
But it's less actually. It's less thieves can't and more. This is what someone branded her while she, like, the age of the scar is, it happened in her childhood, but basically somebody branded her face to mark her as a thief. And it wasn't a clean by the court kind of branding. Like, there's no formality behind it. It's just a very grotesque mark. And where it looks on her is as if she was trying to struggle to get away from it, and it got her right at her jaw, like right under her ear.
Dang.
So
kind of like where my rider has her scar.
A little more on the jawline and further back. Like, she was struggling.
So basically, can it be deduced from this that she didn't join the cult willingly?
Judging from this, she has a criminal background.
But did she join it willingly?
Well, the most obvious symbol of that is the same symbol that you saw drawn on the table, like on the parchment on table, like back in the strategy room, is carved into her body.
So it seems like it wasn't a choice.
You couldn't deduce why, like rhyme or reason, but you definitely know people that have joined cults. And, like, you're not quite sure if she joined out of desperation or if she joined because she believed in it.
Oh, well, I stroke her cheek, and then I just like, oh, I whisper into her ear, get good. And I relay this information to them.
Amazing.
Ollie is also impressed by you relaying this information.
Yes.
And he asks too, do you think that this, do you think she was forced into this cult? Are they forcing people into this cult?
I don't know, I couldn't really tell. I mean, I figured, I don't know. I honestly can't tell if she was forced into it or not, but if she was, she needed to get good and get out.
You're gonna call your dad?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Okay. So, that's what you discern from the body.
I don't take kindly to mean cults. Because, I mean, I'm sure there's a nice cult out there somewhere, maybe.
It's called a religion.
They're not nice.
Finger guns. Anyways, okay, so that's the body. If Jacques or Temperance wants to give it another look over, just to...
Is there anything on her I can steal?
No,
I mean...
She's stripped nude.
Can
But,
I take her teeth?
No. No.
I'll take another look. Is that another perception or investigation?
No. You would definitely, if you were to look, Ollie would go, there's more, could you possibly discern more from, I don't know. Would you?
Damn it, where's Ardell when we need him?
Ardell?
Yeah, where's Ardell
Oh,
when we need
yeah.
him?
Yeah, right.
Or if we could just tag team our characters,
That'd
like,
be awesome.
I know. And
hey,
then,
I need my
and then
wizard for this.
a very beautiful man walks in the room and he goes, "Ah, shit." Oh, he's not that pretty. He's like boy next door kind of pretty.
Listen.
And he's like, "Ah, shit." And he touches it and the corpse starts talking and it says...
This is not canon. Anyways,
And he walks out like a badass with explosions and the corpse explodes.
Ollie would like to know if you guys want to look at her clothes or weapons and see.
TBH, Jacques is very like upset that he's in the room with a corpse.
Right, I figured.
Mouse is all down.
Yeah.
Mouse is down.
To be
Yeah, I'm
fair,
gonna look at all the swag.
Mostly I want
did
to.
offer you to stay. Like, you did not have to look at this corpse.
Mostly I want to see if there's anything I can steal of her stuff, like while people aren't looking. But also, yes, I want to look at it because I'm curious.
I'm probably used to seeing corpses, so it's fine.
Yeah, you're fine. You don't have to roll a sanity check.
Mouse is 127. I'm sure she's seen some shit.
Yeah, I mean, all of you. Well, everyone but Jacques, I imagine, has seen some shit.
Jacques is very sheltered, thanks.
And I'm into it. I love
Tries
it.
to pretend he's not, but he totally is.
I know it. I love it. He's my fave. It's fine. So Jacques is probably trying not to vomit because there's a dead woman that he killed.
I mean, she kind of deserved it, TBH.
Yeah,
but
she did. No sympathy.
But like,
he still feels like horrible about it.
also you can see the wound.
Ew.
It's fine. Yeah, she's
Super dead.
super dead. You killed her good.
Get good, scrub.
So,
360 no scope.
basically, actually,
That's literally what happened. He just aimed at a fucking bush.
killed a cultist.
Hell
So,
yes.
They bring
Our
out
boy's strong.
her armor, like her weapon. They bring out her clothes and they bring out her weapon. The short bow that she used doesn't seem very impressive. It's covered in something, but you can't discern if it's like someone's lazy carve. Actually, roll me a perception.
Des 3. I don't know shit.
I got a 21.
5 total.
Oh, cool. So, to Temperance and Mouse, it looks like weird, half-assed carvings. Like you, to the point where you wouldn't be sure if it's out of boredom or insanity, kind of like weird carvings. But to you, Jacques, when you look it over, like when you give it a first glance, you're like, no, that's gibberish. No one. But then you start to notice a pattern and repeating symbols. And what languages do you speak?
I speak. You ready for this, kids?
Mm-hmm.
Dwarvish, Gnomish, Elvish, Common, and Undercommon.
Jesus.
So, it's definitely closer to Undercommon than in the way that things look shorthanded, but it would be the weird. It feels more like a weird Undercommon of another language. So you it's like when you come across you guys don't know Kufik. When you come across kanji and you recognize it as
Japanese.
words, yeah, as Japanese, but like you can't read it per se.
Nope.
Okay. I mean, I can read like 6 kanji, which is a fucking accomplishment, but I know what you mean.
But in that regard, you know, like your untrained eye would pick it up as the shorthand version of another language, which is
Right.
weird, but like they're definitely words,
Yeah.
and
Right.
the pattern behind them seems intentional. Do you relay this information to your party members, or are you gonna let them think that it's
I mean, I'm gonna tell the guard that.
okay? So you're gonna tell Ali?
Yes.
Okay. And he seems very fascinated by like the fact that you picked up on this, because he didn't. He has no idea what the fuck to think about this cult. And there's one grouping of words that seems to repeat a lot on this bow, and you're not sure why.
I have the bow.
No,
Damn.
no. I mean, I'm sure you could roll to persuade, but that wouldn't be Ollie's call, you know?
Right. True.
You can't just take evidence, you know?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I did kill her, so by right, I get everything. Got
To the victor.
exactly.
Okay, and then on top of it, her clothes are the same black. You and Temperance would know this. The clothes are the same black as the other 3 cultists that came out of the shadows.
So we know they have this as a uniform.
Yeah.
Cool.
But outside of that, there's not much you can discern. You can go back to Jara and Andrew if you'd like, or you can keep looking at the corpse, or you
Just
can...
disgusting, by the way.
I feel like Jacques
It's like 2 days dead too, so it's not a pretty sight.
it's only been dead for it's been dead for less than 24 hours.
Okay, then it's fine, and it's been in a
It's-
cool dungeon.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
So there's no decay yet, but there's definitely rigor mortis is definitely set in. And they cleaned it, but it also looks like a dead body, but
Gross.
you know.
How did it die? Did it bleed out, or did I just like hit the fucking heart
You-
right or something?
You hit the heart real good.
Cool.
I want to look for shit to
Yeah.
steal.
Roll me. I guess roll me a sleight of hand, and then roll me evens or odds.
Okay. I rolled a 15 plus 21 for sleight of hand. And I'm gonna go with evens.
Mm-hmm.
And you roll that, don't you?
Yep. Okay. So you manage. So as you're looking at the very bare possessions of this woman, Temperance, you'd actually be like low-key impressed with how little she has. And you're not sure if it's because like of the lifestyle they live, or because you don't take things out on recon missions or whatever they were on. But there is a coin, like a piece of copper,
Uh-huh.
that's that the actual currency copper has been flattened out and
Like one of those fucking penny flatteners you see at like carnival.
actually it almost exactly like that,
I take it.
Cool.
and then carved on it is the cult symbol,
I take it.
just
Whoa.
very crudely carved on,
Oh,
and then the same
amazing.
weird gibberish ruins on the back. And it looks like someone It looks like someone might hand carved it crudely with a dagger of sorts,
I love it.
rather than a penny pressing machine.
I take it.
Okay. You now have a weird pressed coin in your inventory.
Nice.
So, you guys can go back to where Andrew and Jara are, or you can ask to be escorted to leave. Actually, you could do either of those things.
I want to actually, real quick, do a break in the recording because I keep thinking that my computer's gonna crash. I can never tell when it is going to crash.
Okay, just stop the recording, save it, and then start it up again.
Yeah, that's what I plan on doing. Yeah, just give me a second.
Okay.
Okay.